something went on here, something went on there.
This time on TNT.
We got a bestseller on our hands, Bods.
We played a top 5 Jammie Jams.
Plus, it's the Fergus Fest Parade. That's all coming up right now on TNT.
Well, here we are.
Isn't this exciting?
It's so nice.
27th year.
27th year of the Fergus Highland Games Parade, and look at these little guys coming here, these kids.
Aren't they fun?
Oh, geez, they got the one guy upside down.
How
looks
do
like
they do that?
It looks like he's walking on his hands.
Haven't seen that since last year.
What the? This is a little different.
Took a strange turn.
Yeah,
Little dark.
I guess this is more to match the Halloween kind of thing.
I heard Madame Louisa made all their costumes and
Really?
bedazzled
Yes.
all of the skeleton
The
on each of the
skeletons.
coats. Cloaks, I guess you'd call them.
Not sure what the dragging all those bones signifies. But,
It says right here it represents all the deaths and all the lives that we'll all lead. So,
and the dragging meat, I believe, is haggis. Is that right, Diane?
no, that's a dog.
Oh,
Yeah, that's a dog on a leash. You need to get some glasses, Jack.
Oh, jeepers, boy.
Can't wait for this part to be over.
Yeah, we're.
Startling
let me
and
see if we
unsettling.
can. All right, that seemed to have gone.
Did you know that the 27th anniversary of something is the tinfoil anniversary? So this is the tinfoil 27th anniversary of Fergus Fest.
Really?
And I know that the parade is something that's really fun that people look forward to all year long.
Oh, look who's coming now.
Not a dry eye in the house as the Fergus Pipe and Drum Band plays Scotland the Brave.
And, oh my goodness, they have a harp on the float. What is that float, Diane? Is it,
Well, I
What
think
is-
they
what is
made
that?
some mountains out of paper mache, and if I'm not mistaken, in the middle there, that is Lorena McKennett.
Oh, it is! I believe it's given way a little bit. She seems to have cracked halfway through it.
That's not mashed potatoes in the middle. That's Lorena McKennett, songstress and harpster.
The float's a bit broken there.
Well, aren't we all in some way, Jack?
Wow. Oh, here's our pipe bands coming. Why, they were just dropped out of the parachuted in.
I always think it's one thing to walk and it's another thing to drum, but to drum and walk at the same time, can you imagine?
Wow. Look at that guy with swinging that huge hammer, Diane.
That's not a hammer.
Oh my goodness.
Dear.
That's
If we can
caber.
hand the camera away to the next float that we see coming. Look at this young man playing Flight of the Bumblebee on a xylophone.
Oh no! Oh my goodness!
Listen to this.
They're crunching up things there. See that? They have the stone thing and they're crunching it up. Do you see that?
I do indeed.
What are they crunching up there? Are they making tobacco or?
I don't know. That's the CIBC entry.
Oh, okay.
Maybe they're talking about crushing up people's savings because of all the user fees.
That little accordion, it looks like a little cash register. They're opening and closing.
That's a Shriner driving a small car.
Oh, yes, and then look at the man playing the guitar in the trunk.
Jack, that is actually an alpaca.
And here comes the big bus. Yeah. Oh, there's a woman on the bus. You see that?
That's Natalie McMaster on another Burgers and
Oh,
Fries tour.
She's dancing.
As are the 8 children with her.
Oh, look at them tapping away on the seats.
Natalie married Danelle Leahy of the family group Leahy, and between them they raised a whole bunch of step dancers.
I believe she's singing the Danny Boy. Oh, and now look who's coming here.
Isn't this fun? It's the McPherson Family Band.
Yeah.
Both
And
of them.
there's
They've lost
Grandpa
several members in the last
McPherson.
couple of years.
Grandpa McPherson, great-grandpa McPherson, great-grandma McPherson. And there's
Great-grandpa
the little
McPherson, of
McPherson.
course, is well known in Fergus as being the town perv.
Oh,
You don't want to
hey,
get cornered by him near the dumpster behind KFC. I'll tell you that for
come
free.
on. Come on, Diane, we don't judge on the parade day now.
Well, it happens a few hundred times, and I guess the pattern sort of emerges.
Okay.
Another
the
pipe band.
McIntyres are back. Hear those drums.
Not a dry eye in the place.
Not a dry eye in the place as they look so solemn.
Jack, you played the pipes a little bit, don't you?
I do. I can also fix them at home. My wife, she appreciates it when I do all the plumbing throughout the house. And I tell you what, you could flush a hammer down the toilet, and it's not gonna plug in my house.
Is that a euphemism?
You got me there, Diane.
Hey,
Who's
Jack.
this coming up?
Oh, isn't
Is it
this
more
fun?
clowns?
This is the Fergus Cultural Center with their entry entitled Vive la Fergus.
Oh, that's
Isn't
right.
that fun?
Okay.
What are they, mimes or Italian people?
I believe they're carrying a bonhomme de neige.
In any event, it's really fun to see how some of the people around the world live.
It really is.
Have you been to
If
Italy?
you look at the costumes, I do believe the costumes were made by and designed by the local fabric designer, the McGregor Greggs.
Well, they do some of the finest work in town.
Here, look who's back.
Lorena McKennett,
No.
doing a
it's
victory
the-
lap.
It's the skeleton group again. I
No,
don't know how
those
they got,
are...
I don't know how they got back on the. How did they get back at the back of the line there?
It looks as though they're walking the wrong way. Oh
my-
dear.
Why are they?
Why are those little salmon swimming upstream?
Why are they putting those children in sacks?
You know, what's interesting is here comes a clip that I found for this bit where a kid plays Flight of the Bumblebee on xylophone. Listen.
Okay, all right. Throw it to you, Diane. Oh my goodness.
This is 15-year-old Connor Creelman walking and playing xylophone. Can you imagine?
Want a drink? No, thank you. It's very nice. Now I'll get the waiter.
Oh dear, he tripped.
What happened?
Oh, wait, he's back up.
Oh, hold on. He's fantastic. Hey, look at this. It's the dance quotient here. Oh, it's the disco group, the club in town. They always sponsor a float, although not always appropriate.
No, that's right. Not everything is appropriate for little eyes.
Not sure if they need those chrome underwear.
It just makes you feel so good all over, doesn't it?
It certainly does.
Fergus Fest is an event that people look forward to all year long, that's for sure.
Gotta admit, we represent everybody in this parade.
I just love it with the glow sticks and the tight pants and the packages and what have you and the dancing. It's a celebration of all that we have to offer. Now, in moments from now, we'll see the Grand Marshal of the Fergus Fest Parade, Enrique Iglesias.
Oh, is he really here?
Here he comes, listen. Oh, he's singing his chart-topping hit Hero.
Oh, he's not. I know this song. Even I know this one, Diane.
Should we dance, Jack?
Well, it's a small little space here at
It's
Table
what
10,
Enrique
but let's give it a
Iglesias would
shot
want.
anyway.
This really is the who's that of the Fergus social calendar.
It sure is. And he found a little hat here, and the same colors as the parade, the little hat that he wears.
Let Enrique Iglesias long be associated with Fergus, Ontario, because the two have so much in common. Weren't you saying this before we went to air, Jack?
Yeah, I was, and I was saying I can't believe how he ties his look together with the mustard pants. I just not a lot of men could wear mustard pants.
You know, the veterans are one thing, but Enrique Iglesias really is a hero to this town.
He sure is, and look at oh my goodness, look at Is that necessary? The gyration there?
Curious decision to go shirts off on this cold November day.
I don't know if that's appropriate.
But I think I speak on behalf of all the ladies when I say it's worth it.
Oh, why is he taking his pants off?
Enrique.
Oh my goodness.
That's another Fergus Fest parade in the books for this year. 27 year. We'll see you next year for the 28th annual Fergus Fest parade. Jack, will you come back and do this with me again next year?
We'll see you later, Diane.
Jack and Diane,
We're just gonna
reporting
hop on
live
this float
from
here.
the Fergus Fest parade.
I'm getting out.
What's up with the Pet Shop Boys video? There's like a Michael Caine mask in the back seat.
Well, I was just watching Hero as that went by. Jennifer Love Blewett's in it, and so's Mickey Rourke.
Oh, that's right, before the wrestling movie.
I think there's probably a good amount of videos to be found that have celebrity cameos in them, like Light Funky One's Girl on TV, like I Drove All Night, the Roy Orbison version with Jason Priestley and Jennifer Connelly.
Like Kenny Aronoff in that one video with Corey Hart.
Who?
The drummer. That one video with Corey Hart where it's just Corey Hart and Kenny Aronoff.
I know, but I think to you, Kenny Aronoff
it's
is
just,
a celebrity
come on,
cameo.
it's
I don't know
funny,
that
though.
to the average video watcher that would pop.
She's having a laugh, love.
What about Pamela Anderson in that? You make me come well.
Oh, the lit.
Yeah. Lit AF.
That one guy had the high hat hair. The big blonde pineapple deer.
Yeah, but they were walking on her gluteus maximus, remember?
Yeah.
Jeremy Taggart,
Yeah.
congratulations to you and to all the buds.
Congratulations to you, bud.
Number 4 on the Globe and Mail Canadian nonfiction bestseller list for 1 week. We've been given some inside intel that we're not on the top 10 list this coming week, but that's okay.
No, it's fine.
That typically happens with the launch of a book, so we're told.
It's the bod seller list is all we're happy to be a bod bestseller.
No kidding. That was really exciting and an unexpected thrill. And I suspect when we go out west in a couple of weeks, we might see ourselves back on that list, God willing. But I want to say one of the really neat and unexpected side things about this book journey has been stopping into the bookstores and meeting all the book buds who are so gracious and happy to have us there. And without fail, when you stop in and say hi and say thank you and sign some copies, they move the book to a better piece of real estate in the store.
And if anybody ever lost the experience of whatever happened to record stores and going to record stores, and the reason why they were cool was because you go and there's music, but there's also people there that love music as well, and you might meet someone that likes music or whatever else. There's no experience socially in music anymore other than just getting stuff online, but bookstores still have that tangible thing where you're there and there's all kinds of space and books and you can hang out, and it's just I'm glad that they're still around and they're still doing well.
Me too. Like I love Chapters Indigo. I love that they have expanded to include. We were talking about this with someone that worked out of Chapters, I believe in Barrie, and she was saying that they've expanded to sell things that have to do with book reading, so comfy reading socks or big mugs that you might have a cup of coffee in when you're sitting on the deck at the lake reading your book, like that kind of stuff too. But I also have mad love for the independent booksellers, the pun name places of the world, Novel Idea, and In This Day and Page, and places like that. Because those are the OG book destinations. Yeah,
and we're stoked to be hitting Bolin Books in Victoria on the 15th, right?
On the
16th?
In
16th.
book circles, this is quite a coup for us to go to Bolin's in Victoria.
Yeah.
We can't confirm dates yet, but just so you know, Maritime's buds, we're working on at least a couple, maybe as many as 4 book signings in the first week of December. Yes. So if you want to get Canadianity as a gift for someone for the holiday season, there's a good chance we'll show up in Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, and hopefully PEI. We're trying to pull that together.
Yes.
Pretty exciting, eh, to watch it roll out?
It is, and again, it reminds me of the old days when you go into record stores and meet the people that are selling the records, and you get to say hello and get a feel for the staff, and they become kind of like happy to help you out when you're nice to them, and when you build a relationship with those people. It's good for everything. It's good to meet them and get an understanding for the store and the people that work there. And it's good to just have some awareness, because a lot of the places we went into, we were kind of buried in the humor section, and we just by going there, signing them or talking to the people, it just built more awareness. So if someone is saying, hey, if there a book that's funny about crazy stories about Canada, we can help you.
Exactly. It's interesting. I've never thought about that before with regards to music, but of course, like Taz Music in Halifax was a big one. I'm thinking of Fred's in St. John's, where that's the place that most local people would go to find music, and they can really make or break you, can't they? What were some of the big music stores that you remember were critical? Like, was Sam the Record Man one?
Yeah, Sam's and A&A down on Yonge Street back in the day. That was huge. Those places alone. I think Bare Naked Ladies sold a lot of, tens of thousands of cassettes out of those two spaces, and they would have the top 5 cassettes, and those charts were important to not just that store but to Canadian music, because there was so many sales in those places. So there was, and the outreaches into the suburbs and the ones in the malls, and it kind of went from there. But those were kind of the flagship places where it was really the heartbeat of Canadian music.
Do you have any memories of Sam specifically? Like, obviously, if Sam was on your side, he could make it happen for you across the country, right?
Well, I'd never met Sam, but I used to go in there all the time and go all upstairs to the jazz section, and I bought so many amazing albums there, and they always had the best records, and all the hard to find stuff was available just because of the amount of albums that were at your fingertips.
So you never met Sam? That surprises me.
No, I didn't.
Had he stepped away from the business by the time you guys came along?
I'm not sure. I don't think he. Yeah, and again, it was more people in the staff and in the stores that we met. So we didn't. We did a few record kind of convention showcases a little bit, but that wasn't not like, hey, here's Sam on the big conference. Never did it like that.
Did you ever do Coca?
Yes.
Did you?
Yeah.
Like, you get in with them maps and they will book you across the country too, right? That's an important outfit.
Yeah, and I think that was our first East Coast show, was Coca.
Was it?
Yeah.
Did you crush it?
Yeah. It was good times. That was at that theater. Was it?
The Rebecca Cohen.
Yeah.
How about the person who was having their last day at Twitter and disconnected Donald Trump's Twitter account as a beautiful departing act
it was a
for
nice
11
10
minutes? It's amazing.
It was a good move.
Really good move. I hope in the days and weeks ahead we get to meet that person, because that is so punk.
I hope in the days and weeks ahead we'll see Donald Trump with his hands behind his back getting handcuffed and going into a car. That's what I'm talking about.
Doesn't it feel like it's kind of coming?
It feels like the walls are closing in, and he's literally like, because he's thrown everybody under the bus at this point around him. There's nobody who's like still with him, because they're all looking out for trying to stay out of prison. It's crazy. It's literally like Scarface, the end of Scarface. That's what it feels like.
He is losing her, isn't he?
Yeah, it's getting nuts.
And he can tell that he's actually losing her. Like he's losing.
If there's a movie, Trump,
yeah,
and it's going to end like this, I don't know, man. I hope they just keep that guy away from any kind of nuclear codes.
Crazy. Let's take a break on TNT 123, bud. Hard to believe.
Zooey!
We'll be back. Lots more to come. Stay with us.
Fucking ready! put on my favorite song here. Not Owner of a Lonely Heart. No.
Hey, Curse.
Walk Well.
Curse.
Oh, come on.
What's going on, Big Nuts?
What are you doing here?
Always sleep with your door unlocked?
I'm just hanging out here in my jammies, playing my song.
Throwing on some Jammie Jams, are you? Shake off the cobwebs on Saturday morning?
Thanks for the coffee, though.
You were that guy last night.
What do you mean?
You don't even remember what happened? You slipped in sawdust and went face down in chicken wing bones.
I don't remember.
I think what happened is you had 2 Jaeger bombs, and you have a nut allergy, right? And you were pounding the nuts at the bar.
Oh my God, I was not eating the nuts again, was I?
Yeah, you were talking to that little one with braces from Moncton. Like that's ever gonna happen.
That's why I got all the hives all over me. I got hives all over my body.
Kurt, I had to pour you into a cab, Big Nuts. It was not pretty.
I don't feel so good.
What's that on your shorts? Donair sauce? Oh,
What?
my frig!
No, get out of here.
Kurt, I'm
Leave me
only pulling your horn.
alone. That's awful. I'm blowing him up.
Aww.
Blowing him right up.
What I don't understand is, if my guy thinks your guy's such a loser, why does he come over all the time?
Because it's just, that's what he's like.
And he has no other social opportunities.
He just comes across as like a bulldog, but he doesn't really mean it at all.
Yeah. What's going on, Big Nuts?
Like he doesn't even hear what he's saying.
Yeah. He doesn't even hear what Kurt's saying. Kurt had a rough night by the sounds of it. So this is the top 5 Jammie Jams.
Top 5 Jammie Jams.
Okay, I'll go next because I picked one too. You ready?
Yeah.
This is a jam that Seth Fisher picked.
Oh.
Do you remember Kylie Minogue?
Yeah, I remember her.
This is Like a Motion.
Oh, really?
Saturday morning?
I remember this.
Get all excited Saturday morning? If you're out late last night?
Yeah, we had a good time, didn't we, Sid?
Do you remember we went to Chipotle at Tabakai?
Yeah, that was the beginning of the night. You don't remember what happened afterwards?
No, I don't.
You don't remember going to the House of Lancaster?
No.
Yeah, you took 3 girls and you're saying all this stuff about Sobice and Sobice.
The only thing I can recall is you saying it's worth the drive to Icton over and over again.
No, that was like way at the end of the night. You don't remember any of that, man? You had those girls, like you gave them like $1,000 each.
Well, yes, but didn't they work at the, what's it called, the Hyde House?
They worked in Acton, yeah.
At the Hyde House?
Yeah.
And they were here for a stag and die?
This was at a strip club, though, man.
So were they working there? Because
yeah.
I don't recall that they had hides on.
They weren't wearing hides, man. They just lived in Acton.
So what were they doing at the House of Lancaster?
They were strippers.
They were nice.
Everything, you took like 2 drinks and all of a sudden you turned into that chef guy, that crazy Australian chef with the plugs. What's his name?
Well, what they don't know...
That's the act all. Man, you thought the life of the party.
What they didn't know is that my mum was from South Africa.
Got all Greg Norman on me.
What, the shack? They didn't know that my mum was from South Africa, but she grew up in London, spent some time in Scotland, and also in Wales.
Your dad's from Denver.
My dad's from Denver. Seth Fisher, he would listen to the Locomotion on Saturday morning. Saturday.
Okay, you ready for the next jam?
Yes.
This one's, I wonder who's listening to this one. Who do you think? It could be...
Hit her, bud. Hit her and we'll figure it out.
On a warm summer's evening, on a train bound for nowhere,
Oh, I love it.
Hey, can I talk to you for a sec?
It's my song. Shut up.
Can you just turn it down for 1 second?
Shut up. It's my Jammie Jams. This is my day. Leave me alone.
I just want to talk to you for a second about something important.
Just stop it. It's Brie Ashley time. Get lost.
Can I talk to you for 1 second though? Just for 1 second.
You like my UCLA shorts?
Brie Ashley,
Look at
I was watching your Instagram stories, and I saw that Salvador slid into your DMs.
He always does that.
I know, but turn off the music. This is important. We need to talk about this.
What?
Why are you still talking to him?
I'm not. I hate him.
What, are you guys still doing dirty stuff?
Neither did anything. I didn't touch him. He's creepy. I don't want anything to do with him.
Then why don't you block him on all socials?
I did, I thought. He always comes back as some new Salvador.
Okay, but then I went into your F book and he waved hello at you. And then I went onto your Twitter and I saw that he liked that thing that you said about the cat video.
I can't control that.
Well, no, you can't, because you can block him, or you can start a handle that doesn't have your name in it, so he doesn't even know it's you, like Precious Peach or Porcupine Patty or something. Throw him off the scent.
Just let me listen to my song.
Why would The Gambler be Brie Ashley's Saturday morning choice?
I just think it's the cheesiest thing I've ever seen on
Whose
the
version
internet.
is it?
It's some guy, The Gambler remix.
You don't need to remix The Gambler.
It's by James Radford.
Leave it well enough
Look at
alone.
Making of The Gambler. That's the name of the video at the beginning.
You don't need to remake it.
Look, it's a Kraft winner, best original music, but there's no original part to this music.
Do you mean Kraft with a K? Because that was
Yeah.
cheesy.
And at the beginning, it shows the guy singing it in the studio. Reading
We
the
should
lyrics.
sometime we should do top 5 novelty songs. Because have you ever watched the video for the Monster Mash on Dick Clark?
What do you mean? Like the original jam?
Yeah, like the guy was performing it on Weekend Bandstand or American Bandstand.
Yeah.
And he's like doing monster faces and reading creepy like like doing all that ghosty stuff.
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
No, but that's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous, and he kind of looks like a monster. And every time he's saying "Monster Mash," like he's actually going for it.
Sure. And it's just kind of not working, or it is?
Well, it was a different time.
He's
so
selling it.
I guess it was working then.
Don't you have to do the next jam?
Yeah. How are you doing in the wake of the breakup between Selena Gomez and The Weeknd? Are you okay?
I didn't know they were going out.
I wanted to check in with you to see you're okay.
Are they going out?
Not anymore.
Were they going out?
They were going out, yeah. But he was seen grinding with an adult performer, and she was seen on a bike ride with Bieber.
Whatever salad.
How can you not be up
What?
on this stuff?
What I don't understand is why do they keep going back to the same girl? I don't get it.
Because that's his ride or die. Don't
is
you
that
see?
it? They're together for Evs.
Here's my guess. My guess
She goes
is
back to Biebs.
Selena went through a
goes
traumatic
back
event.
to someone else.
Selena went through a traumatic event medically recently, and I think she has lupus, and I think her best friend had to give her a kidney, and it saved her life. And I think Selena Gomez is having a what day is it, boy? There's still time.
I'm like, yeah. All I know is that she's really popular. That's all I know.
Wait till Anna's a couple years older, because she'll be into all that.
No.
The boys are informing her pop culture experience, aren't they?
Not
Because
really.
they're older and they control the remote.
No. It's everybody nowadays. They can, if they want to watch their own thing, they can now, and that's the thing with tablets, and they can watch. They have the opportunity to have their own space, as opposed to like sharing one TV.
So what is she into?
They're all into YouTube people.
Yeah.
That's the thing. They all like different YouTubers, and it's literally like what we're doing, but on YouTube, where it's
Like,
like
how does my 5-year-old kid know the word YouTuber?
How does whose kid? Your kid?
Yeah.
Because that's more of a common phrase than TV to them now.
Yeah.
That's their TV. So it's if you start talking about television shows and times and scheduling, they're probably like, "What? I don't get that. Why is it only on at Wednesday at 8:30?"
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a whole new world. Where's your jam, man?
It's a whole new world. Don't you dare close your eyes. Okay.
You do both?
What?
Did you just do both?
Yeah. It's a whole new world. Don't you dare close your eyes.
Yeah. Is that Michael Bolton?
No. It sure sounded like it when I just
Don't
did that,
you dare go. I don't know any of the words.
Don't you dare. Is it Peebo Bryson?
Yeah, I think you're right.
I gotta look it up. Go to the Google on that.
It's the Peebo.
Peebo's a good name.
Peebo. Can I be Peebo in this next thing?
Sure. It's a whole new world. Who sings it in the movie Aladdin? Leah Salonga and Brad Kane.
Brad Kane. So off. Terrible.
But I don't know. Are those are just the voice actors that
Maybe
did it?
they were in the movie, yeah.
It was Peebo Bryson and
Damn! You're right.
Gina. Anyway, Peebo Bryson for sure.
Are you ready, man?
Yes.
I'm Peebo. I know that.
Okay.
Peebo from upstate New York.
Oh, you Peebo. Okay. Hey, Peebo.
Yeah.
Peebo.
Can I help you?
Check out this song. Remember this song?
Yep. What song? Play it.
You
Oh, I
remember?
like this one. This is Life is Life by Life, isn't it?
Who is the band?
By, what is it? Life is Life by Life or something.
Hey, I'll give you a hint. Mr.
Life.
Holland had one.
What?
Mr. Holland had one in the movie with Dick
Oh,
Dreyfuss.
the Opus.
Mr. Holland, yeah, Mr. Holland's Opus.
It was that band was Opus, and I bet you $2 that the singer wore a suit.
Hey, where it says Live is Life. What do you think that means?
I would tell you that's probably it would probably be in the realm of understanding and when you're here as opposed to when you're there.
Hey, sing along.
Like
Here's
I'm
the
alive
chorus.
and you're alive, but we're not really live. Like we're not
Peebo.
putting out an album or anything.
Sing it. It feels really good. Sing it.
Life is life. Life is life. Life is life. Life
I'm only
is
messing
life.
with you. You shouldn't sing that. You sound stupid.
Well, you told me to do it. I'm not much of a singer.
Answer me one question. Why Rochester?
What
Why
about
would you
it?
live in Rochester, New York? Who lives here?
There's lots of people there. It's a small town that's kind of creepy.
Why would you want to live somewhere creepy?
I like to start fires.
That's maybe the most truthful thing you've ever said, Peebo. Plus, show me a driver's license. I'm going to venture a guess that your real name isn't Peebo. There's only one other Peebo I know of, Peebo Bryson.
It's actually not. It's Irv.
Irv?
Yeah.
Not even Herv?
No, Irv.
Is that you, Herv?
Yeah, that's me.
Do you remember? Is that you, Herb?
Is that you, Herb or Irv?
Do you remember? Is that you, Herb, the commercial campaign?
No, not at all.
Come on.
Hey, man, what do you want me to do? I can't remember it.
Do you remember...
Maybe it was an East Coast rep.
No, it's not.
Boston? Just funneled up through there, maybe?
No, do you remember Where's the Beef?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think around the same time. Is that you, Herb?
But what's it about?
It was like a commercial campaign.
About what?
I don't know. It's like a fast food restaurant.
Insurance?
Is that you,
Is
Herb?
that you, Herb, and it's a stack of papers?
I
or
don't
what?
even remember. It was around the time of Where's the Beef.
Is that you, Herb?
What's your last jam?
You ready?
Yep.
Okay. Who is it?
Hello.
Who is it?
I'm gonna wait and hear the jam and then make an audible.
This is whoever it is. It's your father.
Something went on here, something went on there, and
This time on TNT.
We got a bestseller on our hands, Bods.
We played a top 5 Jammie Jams.
Plus, it's the Fergus Fest Parade. That's all coming up right now on TNT.
Well, here we are.
Isn't this exciting?
It's so nice.
27th year.
27th year of the Fergus Highland Games Parade, and look at these little guys coming here. These kids.
Aren't they fun?
Oh, geez, they got the one guy upside down.
How
looks
do
like
they do that?
It looks like he's walking on his hands.
Haven't seen that since last year.
What the? This is a little
Took
different.
a strange turn.
Yeah,
Little dark.
I guess this is more to match the Halloween kind of thing.
I heard Madame Louisa made all their costumes and
Really?
bedazzled
Yes.
all of the skeleton
The
on each of the
skeletons.
coats. Cloaks, I guess you'd call them.
Not sure what the dragging all those bones signifies. But,
Oh, it says right here it represents all the deaths and all the lives that we'll all lead. So,
And the dragging meat, I believe, is haggis. Is that right, Diane?
no, that's a dog.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a dog on a leash. You need to
okay,
get some glasses, Jack.
Jeepers, boy.
Can't wait for this part to be over.
Yeah, we're.
Startling
let me
and
see if we
unsettling.
can. All right, that seemed to have gone.
Did you know that the 27th anniversary of something is the tinfoil anniversary? So this is the tinfoil 27th anniversary of Fergus Fest.
Really?
And I know that the parade is something that's really fun that people look forward to all year long.
Oh, look who's coming now.
Not a dry eye in the house as the Fergus Pipe and Drum Band plays Scotland the Brave.
And oh my goodness, they have a harp on the float. What is that float, Diane? Is it
Well,
What
I think
is-
they
what is
made
that?
some mountains out of paper mache, and if I'm not mistaken, in the middle there, that is Lorena McKennett.
Oh, it is. I believe it's given way a little bit. She seems to have cracked halfway through it.
That's not mashed potatoes in the middle. That's Lorena McKennett, songstress and harpster.
The float's a bit broken there.
Well, aren't we all in some way, Jack?
Wow. Oh, here's our pipe bands coming. Why they were just dropped out of the parachuted in.
I always think it's one thing to walk and it's another thing to drum, but to drum and walk at the same time, can you imagine?
Wow. Look at that guy with swinging that huge hammer, Diane.
That's not a hammer.
Oh my goodness.
Dear.
That's
If we can
caber.
hand the camera away to the next float that we see coming. Look at this young man playing Flight of the
look.
Bumblebee on a xylophone.
Oh no. Oh my goodness.
Listen to this.
They're crunching up things there. See that? They have the stone thing and they're crunching it up. Do you see that?
I do indeed.
What are they crunching up there? Are they making tobacco or?
I don't know, that's the CIBC entry.
Oh, okay.
Maybe they're talking about crushing up people's savings because of all the user fees.
That little accordion, it looks like a little cash register. They're opening and closing.
That's a Shriner driving a small car.
Oh, yes, and then look at the man playing the guitar in the trunk.
Jack, that is actually an alpaca.
And here...
Glory years at university, and then your dad is suddenly single and he wants to come hang out and visit the dorm?
Yeah.
Gross.
Top 5 Jammie Jams, him on the treadmill in the morning.
Gross.
Putting on the greasy jams.
Getting all fit because he's going to Crocodile Rock tonight in his new 7 jeans.
Yeah.
Barf me green. Take a break, bud. Let me ask you this right quick. You know what I mean? Hey, Terry.
Hello.
Terry, you know how I said maybe we grab a coffee at 1 o'clock?
Yep.
I'm just running a little bit late. Can we do 2, bud?
Sure.
Great. Thank you.
What? I just, yeah, not a problem. But just
Great.
why, though?
Sorry?
Why, though? Like...
I'm just running a little bit late, just trying to get a bunch of stuff done today, so I'll see you at 2 then.
Yeah, I will, but, like, what do you got to do, though? Like, what kind of...
Oh, I have a whole list of stuff, and I didn't get as much done this morning as I hoped, and so thanks for agreeing to meet at 2. This is great. That's
fine. So, I mean, sorry, like, I mean...
Cool.
Mr. Mystery or whatever, like...
No.
Doing
It's
something.
not, it's no big secret.
Yeah.
But thank you, and I'll see you at 2.
But, like, remind me not to tell you if I'm buying weed.
What?
Clearly, you're... Like, are you a narc or something?
No, right. No.
Undercover cop?
No, just running a bit late, that's all.
What are you doing, though?
I love the Pry Guy.
Pry Guy.
I want to do a Pry Guy. It's
You
fun.
want to do a Pry Guy?
Yeah.
Okay, hang on. You ready?
Yep.
Okay. Hey, George.
Yeah, we still on today for lunch?
Yeah.
Great.
It's just a slight change of problem here. I gotta be instead of meeting you at
Lunch at high noon. Perfect.
instead of meeting you at noon, I gotta meet you at 1 o'clock. Is that all right?
But because of the time change? Because of daylight savings?
No. Because it's time is the time. I'm just saying it's not gonna meet. I'll be able to meet you at 1 o'clock then. There, okay?
Yeah, no, that's fine. But every time we meet for lunch, we meet at noon. Is the only thing of it, I guess.
No, I'll see it. Like I can't make it to. I have to do something.
Okay, I understand
till
that.
1
But I'm just
o'clock.
saying every time we do meet, it is at noon.
Yeah, but not today. I'll just see you at 1 o'clock. All right?
Quick question before
What?
I let you go.
What's that?
Why can't you meet till 1?
I just gotta run through a few things, and I'll be right over there. 1 o'clock.
Do you
I'll
need
see you
help
there.
with
All
the
right?
things?
What's that?
Why don't you just tell me what the things are real quick, and I'll let you know if I might be of some help to you.
Yeah, no, I just gotta grab one or two things, and I'm done. I'll be right over there. Okay, right?
Why don't I pick you up at 11:45? We'll do the things, then we'll grab some lunch when we're done.
I just told you I have stuff to do at 12 o'clock to 1 o'clock.
Oh, right. I forgot it's cryptic month.
No, there's a couple things I have to...
No, that's fine. Well, I have a couple things to do, too, so...
Well, perfect. So
you know what?
see you at 1
After we have
o'clock then,
lunch
all
at
right?
1 o'clock, I'm going to slip away and do a couple things that I'm not going to tell you about. And just mostly to see how you like it.
No, it's not about that,
No,
George.
it's not about that. It's not about that, is right.
No.
What is it about, then? What is it about?
What'll for fuck's sakes, George, hey. I'm getting my nuts checked. I got a lump on my nut, eh?
I love the Pry Guy. I wonder if more often than not...
At the end, you gotta divulge the embarrassing information.
Because it's you'll do whatever it takes just to get out of the conversation.
I knew you'd make fun of me. I knew it. Right?
But I feel like if it was me and someone was prying that hard just for sport and on principle, I wouldn't want to give up the ghost. Even if I was just going to Cleves to exchange a pair of cleats.
Cleves.
Pry Guy all up in your baba ganoush.
Okay, so I wanna react. Do you want to pretend we're at the radio station?
Yeah.
With the one of those shitty college ones?
Yeah.
But there's some great college ones, mind
Some
you.
great ones.
Some fantastic ones.
CKDU at Dal.
Yeah. Anyway, here we go. You ready?
Yeah?
And there's my first song. We take it into the heavy stuff. I like rap. Do you like rap?
I've been known to enjoy rap music, yes.
You put, when you listen to...
Something went on here, something went on there.
This time on TNT.
We got a bestseller on our hands, bods.
We play the top 5 Jammie Jams.
Plus, it's the Fergus Fest Parade. That's all coming up right now on TNT.
Well, here we are.
Isn't this exciting?
It's so nice.
27th year.
27th year of the Fergus Highland Games parade, and look at these little guys coming here. These kids.
Aren't they fun?
Oh, geez, they got the one guy upside down.
How
looks
do
like
they
he's,
do that?
It looks like he's walking on his hands.
Haven't seen that since last year.
What the? This is a little
Took
different.
a strange turn.
Yeah,
Little dark.
I guess this is more to match the Halloween kind of thing.
I heard Madame Louisa made all their costumes and
Really?
Bedazzled
Yes.
all of the skeleton
The
on each of the
skeletons.
coats. Cloaks, I guess you'd call them.
Not sure what the dragging of those bones signifies. But,
Oh, it says right here it represents all the deaths and all the lives that we'll all lead. So,
and the dragging meat, I believe, is haggis. Is that right, Diane?
no, that's a dog.
Oh,
Yeah, that's a dog on a leash. You need to get some glasses, Jack.
Jeepers, boy.
Can't wait for this part to be over.
Yeah, we're
Startling
let me
and
see if we
unsettling.
can. All right, that seemed to have gone.
Did you know that the 27th anniversary of something is the tinfoil anniversary? So this is the tinfoil 27th anniversary of Fergus Fest.
Really?
And I know that the parade is something that's really fun that people look forward to all year long.
Oh, look who's coming now.
Not a dry eye in the house as the Fergus Pipe and Drum Band plays Scotland the Brave.
And oh my goodness, they have a harp on the float. What is that float, Diane? Is it
Well,
What-
I think they
what is
made
that?
some mountains out of paper mache, and if I'm not mistaken, in the middle there, that is Lorena McKennett.
Oh, it is. I believe it's given way a little bit. She seems to have cracked halfway through it.
That's not mashed potatoes in the middle. That's Lorena McKennett, songstress and harpster.
The float's a bit broken there.
Well, aren't we all in some way, Jack?
Wow. Oh, here's our pipe bands coming. Why they were just dropped out of the parachuted in.
I always think it's one thing to walk and it's another thing to drum, but to drum and walk at the same time, can you imagine?
Wow. Look at that guy with swinging that huge hammer, Diane.
That's not a hammer.
Oh my goodness.
Dear.
Let's see.
If we can
Caber.
hand the camera away to the next
Oh.
float that we see coming. Look at this young man playing Flight of the
Oh, look.
Bumblebee on a xylophone.
Oh no. Oh my goodness.
Listen to this.
They're crunching up things there. See that?
First time I've thought it looks like he's had some cosmetic surgery done.
It's I don't know. I saw it was all right. Whatever. And I saw that other one he was in on TV. That mummy one. That's a fucking horrifying movie. That's terrible.
What? I'm so confused. What is the Mummy one?
It's the one. I don't know if it's a remake of the other Mummy, but it's the Mummy, and he's like he's playing like a Chris Pratt age type character. You know what I mean? Like the jovial, hangs out, gets banged up.
Not believable already.
Wheels chicks all day long. That big like, hey baby, one of those kind of guys. But also like, you know, he's playing like a 32-year-old guy. But it's like kind of that part of it's kind of weird because he's like 50 something.
You know what's mostly weird is in this.
And that happens all the time. I hate that in movies. Like, there was another movie with the Richard Gere, and it's like it's supposed to believe that he's with like a
he's
a
an architect
30-year-old
playboy,
wife,
yeah.
and he's like 70 years old, and that's no big. And then Robert Redford, like the last 3 movies he's been in, he's like supposed to be like some active father who's like a cop style active. And he's like, comes home and his wife's like 35. I'm tired, baby. Fucking guy's like 80.
And you know, they never do it the other way around.
No, it's
It's
hate
never
that
like
shit.
Bonnie with Chris Pratt.
No.
There's one movie in history that was Bonnie and Chris Pratt, and that was it.
I would watch that.
Harold and Maude, was that it?
Harold and Maude.
About a
That's
junior
great
poundsman and his aged love interest?
I don't know why I bothered watching 2 Tom Cruise movies.
Well, I wanted to
1 month,
ask.
but I'm apologetic.
That's
I've
4
been seeing
hours
lots
of Tom
movies.
Cruise.
Huh?
That's 4 hours of Tom Cruise. This is what I was going to say. In this TMZ era, we know so much about Tom Cruise and so much about his beliefs in Scientology, so much about what's gone on behind the scenes with his marriages and what have you,
Yeah.
that I think this is the danger for actors. Because when I see Tom Cruise on screen, my first thought is, wow, crazy that he believes in Scientology. Right? It's hard to imagine Tom Cruise as anyone else because you know so much about Tom Cruise.
He's creepy, though.
Oh, he's creepy.
Yeah. Everybody's getting outed with their creepiness.
But this is what I would like to say. The head of the beasts getting taken down or chopped off is great. But I think the real story is in the belly of the beast that made these guys thrive and survive. I knew about Kevin Spacey, and I don't even live in Hollywood.
I heard stories, too.
Yeah,
not like to the point of
I met him once for 7 seconds and was told, like, oh, just so you know, he's this guy. So if I know that, and I'm nobody on the fringe, you imagine how many people knew, perpetuated, helped, hid, all that stuff. And when the mechanism starts to be revealed in the light of day, that's going to change everything.
Man, 90% of the people I met in that industry that were successful were fucking nuts.
Well, in a lot of industries. I'm sure it's the same in music and the same...
Well, entertainment, especially in LA, because it's Los Angeles, and that's kind of like the top of the pyramid.
Yeah.
It's just a real greasy scene. I'm not saying everyone is, but there's like... If you're living there and you want to be on top of that pyramid and in the light all the time, there's something wrong a little bit about you. Something's
no kidding.
Not quite right.
Well, it's that blind ambition, right? But how many of those anecdotes, of the 60 women that have alleged that Harvey Weinstein did something, and I have no doubt, I believe them, how many of the stories began with, I was ushered into a room by an assistant, and the assistant evaporated, and suddenly I found myself alone with him.
Yeah, and he took a shower with no clothes on.
You can't tell me that all of those assistants didn't know.
I know, but why does he got to do the greasy shower move?
I know, it's hideous. Not to say that those assistants weren't in tough places or weren't trying to keep their jobs or all that stuff, but there's no question they knew.
First and foremost, I want to say this, this fucking guy, this Weinstein piece of shit, and guys that are like him, they say it was consensual. Look at the guy's face. Look at his fucking body and his face mostly. You trying to tell me there's a woman in the world that would consensually have sex with that guy? Not a chance.
No, not a chance.
So stop bullshitting with that stuff.
Having said that, power is an aphrodisiac to some people, and speaking to that blind ambition, some people will do anything. When you're
having sex with a crocodile-looking motherfucker?
I know, but the stories are heinous.
Yeah.
And most recently, I saw as of yesterday, there was a woman who's in Boardwalk Empire, whose name escapes me, who has accused Harvey Weinstein of rape twice, and it happened within the last 7 years in New York, and that's the statute of limitations. So they can actually pursue charges. He could actually go to jail, which would be spectacular.
It would be, but I mean, we've seen it again and again with Bill Cosby and Jian Ghomeshi. I mean, at least their careers are over. Yeah. But it's still like very pathetic that how many of these things actually stick.
I mean, same thing. I knew Brett Ratner was a greaseball. It's well documented. The Kevin Spacey thing was especially surprising because his public apology was so not good enough, period, especially in this day and age, especially at this particular moment, where someone pointed out he tried to hide behind, I'm going to use this as an opportunity to come out. Most of my friends that are gay were like, Kevin Spacey, thanks for nothing. Being gay has nothing to do with being a pedophile. And thanks for trying to blur those lines.
Yeah, so bad.
And especially the apology was like, if I did do something, I guess it was 30 years ago, and in theory I would hypothetically owe him an apology if I did do that.
Yeah.
Not good
Thanks.
enough, bud.
Yeah, you act like you're such a genius when you're acting, yet you can't even remember doing something that traumatic to somebody. Fucking asshole.
Well, and this is the thing. If you worked on House of Cards and he'd been a jerk to you physically, sexually, power trip-wise, whatever, and you hear him offer this half-hearted, yeah, maybe I did 30 years ago,
Yeah.
that might be all the impetus you need to go, actually, maybe you did 30 days ago, remember?
The story I heard about him, and this is alleged, but it was with somebody I know in New York, and they were at dinner with him with a bunch of, 5 or 6 people, and he was across the table, and he was like doing the old like Three's Company Lana styles, like the foot under the table into the crotch.
Wow.
The sock.
Come on.
With the eyes. Like rubbing his crotch with his foot and giving him the old eyeballs. Like, let's get into things. Like, what the fucking greasy fucking... Ugh.
Well, Richard Dreyfuss's kid.
Really? You said? Yeah, that's right.
Same deal. Like, he and my dad were running lines for a play that Spacey was producing.
Yeah.
Spacey and Richard Dreyfuss. The Dreyfuss kid goes with him. Spacey sits beside him on the couch and, like, runs his hand up his thigh.
Yeah.
And in that moment, you can imagine how you'd be like, okay, first of all, this isn't really happening, is it? Second of all, he's my dad's boss in a weird sort of way.
Hitting him with a Port Hope move on wheels.
How drunk on your own power do you have to be to think that's okay?
It's psycho. That's narcissistic madness. He's a sociopath. He should be fired into space.
But, the upside and maybe the great equalizer is, in this day and age, thanks to technology, you can go from being Kevin Spacey to not in a nanosecond, because word travels faster than it ever has. And it seems like, with everyone who has the courage to come out and say something and speak up, it seems like it gets just a little bit easier for other folks.
Yeah.
You have seen people make great points like, how come people only realize they need treatment and help when they get caught?
Yeah.
And, in a way, when it's a big celebrity that gets nailed doing this stuff, it's easier because it's kind of higher profile. But for all the people that don't have had this happen to them, but not by big celebrities, like they don't get the same spotlight or revenge often, and that sucks.
Yeah.
Crazy times.
Yep.
Hey, before we go, bud.
I think we should, someone should fire bombs on Kevin Spacey and throw him into Rikers Island.
No kidding.
Rikers Island.
No kidding. Kevin Spacey and Harvey Weinstein sharing a jail cell.
In Rikers Island.
Before we go, I want to tell you about something really fun and really inspiring, really upbeat that I did this weekend. There's a guy named Eric who manages Turo Nissan. And he got in touch with me a month or so ago and said, I want to do like a film festival. And I was like, well, what if it was a commercial contest with students? So like the shortest films of all. So students between grades 5 and 12 submit their pitches for commercials for local businesses.
Awesome.
We picked the top one for each of 5 local businesses. Eric teed up 5 local businesses to come in as sponsors. So I've spent the last 2 days shooting 5 commercials directed by grade school kids from the Truro area.
And how was it?
It was unbelievable. I think we thought they'd be like kind of cute or sort of adorable or pretty kind of okay. The kids are so creative and have such a clear vision of what they want. They had really funny ideas. They knew exactly what their commercials should be tonally. They were representative of the businesses. They had great takeaway.
Nice.
A lot of them had really a great grasp of where the cameras should go and what the performances should be like. If you ever are worried about the future, do something like that with some of the leaders of tomorrow, because there are so many great kids out there, and all 5 of them were spectacular. And maybe the best part was there's a kid filmmaker from here who's in grade 11, and he didn't have the gear that he needed to do it properly. So Eric and I came up with the idea that what if we buy him the gear as payment, and then he can shoot them for us.
Nice.
So my feeling was the businesses get a commercial out of it, so the ask isn't for nothing. The kids get experience. Our director of photography, who's in grade 11, got the gear that he needed. It's just a win-win-win, man. It was just a great, inspiring way to spend the weekend.
That's really cool. It's nice on you. That's some full-on bodism right there.
Well, and as is often the case with these things, if any one of the parties involved had said no, it wouldn't happen. But Eric was a bud. The businesses were buds. The kids were buds. We got 70 submissions, which was crazy.
Nice. Wow.
It just snowballed, and it was really exciting to see it come together. So we're going to have a live Facebook broadcast from Truro Nissan of the top 5 commercials, and then people are going to vote online, and then the winning commercial, that director will get a camera package of their own.
Wow. Well, nice job. I can hear it in your voice that you've been talking a lot for the last 2 days.
I'm tired, but
Yes.
it was fun.
Time to shut her down, bud.
Time to shut her down till next week, bud.
Hey, bud.
Boom, gang, gang, go get ding, gang, ju, boom, bounce, boom, do, boom, bam, bam, ticka, doom, down.